Sports Blitz Live is on the air with full coverage of the Auburn Tigers,
Touchdown, Auburn!
the Alabama Crimson Tide,
Off to the inside, intercepted Alabama. Touchdown run.
and everything college and high school sports. Now, let's join Andy, Brett, Randy, and Luke for this edition of Sports Blitz Live.
Hello again, everyone, and good Tuesday evening. Welcome into this another edition of Sports Blitz Live. I am Andy Graham alongside Brett Pritchard. We'll be with you for the next couple of hours, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of sports. A lot to talk about tonight. In fact, so much to talk about tonight, there's no way we'll get to it all. But we'll get to as much as we possibly can.
You don't have any faith in us getting to all
I
of
really
this?
do. There's just so much. I mean, my goodness, we're talking about spring football is now in
Talking
full
about practice.
go.
We're talking about practice.
We're talking about
practice, man.
Alabama's been going on. Auburn just started.
Right.
Some interesting things already coming out of spring.
Yep.
But look, hey, that's a good thing. You had an interesting press conference. Hugh Freeze spoke to the media today. All of his assistants kind of
The day before.
So a lot to go over there. Auburn and Alabama both in the Sweet 16. 7 SEC teams are in the Sweet 16. It's so fun to have some kind of stake in March Madness. It just makes it that much more
Not just getting in.
Not
just getting in, but actually being a contender.
Being a contender, yeah, no doubt about it. So we got that to talk about. Obviously, Major League Baseball is about to get underway. NBA is kind of moving down to the playoffs, which I don't really care.
Who cares?
But, hey,
You talk about a sport.
softball, I mean, college baseball.
Well, this is the intersection of everything.
It
right
is.
now.
It really is.
Everything just kind of runs together here. Jason was on the podcast Monday, and he said, people go, I don't know how you do it in the fall. He's like, look, fall's nothing compared to right now. And he talked about him and Nathan and Christian and everybody with 24/7 just being spread out. They got to send somebody to the basketball, send somebody to baseball, send somebody to football, and then you come together and just make it work. But like Jason said, he's probably going to be with the baseball team this weekend, and Christian, I believe, will head over and cover the basketball. They're just all over the place, and so you have to split up and do multiple things. And we're excited with our Auburn Blitz crew that we're going to be able to get to cover things more in depth now. Exciting for that. Maybe a long time coming, and glad to be able to be moving in that direction and part of the official distribution for Auburn Athletics. So all sports, not just the big three, but all of them. And so we'll talk more about that as we move forward. So we'll be over covering spring football practice, and you get a little small window like everybody else does, and then they run you out, and then they tell you what you want to hear, or what they want you to hear in the after they get off the field and all that kind of stuff. So, but bottom line is, it's a fun time of year. It's starting to warm up. I know you're happy about that.
Very.
I'm so sick of cold weather, man. And you never like it. It used to not bother me, man, but it sucks. Who wants to live in that crap?
We're getting older.
We are.
Now, granted, that my situation is a little bit different, but it physically hurts me
It does.
to go through winter now.
It does.
So that's why I don't like it.
I know, and look, it gets dark early, and it's just depression.
And there's kids on my lawn. I mean,
you pull up the chair, just run them off. He's the old man in the front lawn. But seriously, it is like I was talking to Jaden. Won't care that I say this, but Jaden Tuck, and I was asking him about Justin, and I said, "Is Justin still living in New Jersey?" He said, "Yeah." I'm like, how did he not sprint back to the South as fast? He said because Brady's been up north since 2001, you know, when he went to play for Notre Dame, and you know, then he, you know, has been in the pros, and he's used to it. I said, no.
Bo living in Chicago.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
I mean, if you really like wind, the dang city's called the Windy City. And look, I hate wind. Like, it is the only thing beneficial about wind sometimes is it makes the fish bite. And depending on what type of lure you're throwing, it can really be good. But wind just sucks, man, especially in the wintertime. I mean, the day can kind of be comfortable, and then you go out there and the wind's blowing about 20 miles an hour, and it just cuts right through your daggum clothes into your bones.
There's nothing better than a cool breeze on a hot day.
Yes.
But when the slightest bit of wind in winter is like misery. And that's what we've this is what we've come to. We're talking about the wind
we're going somewhere with that. We're talking about spring and how everything intersects, and man, it's so nice to get outside, and people's attitudes and their spirits are so much higher.
I mean, flowers are blooming, all that crap.
And then until Jack Frost comes in and kills them all, and that last frost that comes in. We do have severe weather to worry about during this time of year, and looks like we may have another stint of that coming up Sunday.
Another one?
Another one. Yeah, it could be hang on to your britches day. But anyway, that's kind of where we are. And Auburn and Alabama, like you said, in the Sweet 16. And can Alabama just go away? I'm just going to say that. Can they just – I mean, do they have to just every time? But Nate Oates has done a really good job of getting this program to where they're – I mean, this is a regular deal for them, a regular occurrence. I mean, this 3 years in a row for them to make it to the Sweet 16. And last year they made it to the Final Four. And, you know, we're approaching – and we'll talk about these brackets, but, you know, everybody kind of looked ahead. And I know Randy said he's got all 4 SEC teams in the Final Four, and I don't think that'll play out. I think somebody will stumble and somebody else will get in. It's just the law of averages. But I also wouldn't be surprised if Auburn, Florida, Alabama, and Tennessee all made it. And Kentucky I don't think would. But those 4, I mean, how crazy would that be? That was the Final Four in the SEC tournament.
Yeah. And
then you could just repeat that again. And this time Auburn plays Florida, and this time Alabama would play Tennessee. You just kind of flip-flop it. That's kind of crazy. How weird would that be to go out to San Antonio with an SEC dominated? And really the conference, it's been the most powerful conference all year, and it hadn't even been close.
Oh, no, there's no question. And I think that, you know, the SEC pretty much established itself or you know, said, you know, yes, we deserved all 14 of those seeds.
Right.
Making 7 onto the Sweet 16. And, I mean, and
Missouri was the flop of the bunch.
Well, yeah.
I mean, based on the season they had.
Sure.
You know, but they did kind of tail off at the end. You know, so did we, though. But it seems like we've kind of caught a second win, I hope. I loved our performance against Creighton. I thought we played hard. We handled business in the second half and won convincingly. So
all Auburn fans looked at it and watched against Texas A&M and against Alabama and against Tennessee, for that matter.
Right.
In the SEC tournament, something's just wasn't quite right with this Auburn football, with this Auburn basketball team. You just something wasn't. You could say, and we all made excuses.
Right.
Well, you know, they clinched the conference a little too soon. Well, you know, this, that. Well, they were on the road.
Just quit making excuses.
Something wasn't right.
Yeah.
And Bruce,
do you think there was something going on internally?
I don't know, but Stephen Pearl called it out. And
he dang sure did, man.
And Dylan Cardwell did too. And I mean, he said what everybody thought. What is it going to take?
Right.
Are we going to see? Because there is that sentiment that you can peak too soon. And I quite frankly, I thought we had peaked too soon.
Well, we have been.
Here we go. We're just going to peter out.
And that's what we've done 4 out of the last 5 appearances in the NCAA tournament, Andy. We haven't been able to get out of the first weekend, and, you know, that performance against Alabama State was very disappointing, and it pissed off Stephen Pearl, and it pissed off Dylan Cardwell. And, look, I know, and I said this on the podcast, and I said, look, in defense of me sounding completely and totally stupid about what I'm about to say, is the player of the year seems to be the one out there on the floor not giving the worst effort. Just kind of, you know, just not aggressive on the boards and just late getting down the floor and not playing very good defense inside. And then, like you said, Stephen Pearl called Chad Baker-Mazar and Janai Broome out by name in that post-game interview with Andy Burcham. And so, you know, at some point in time, you got to call people out. You say, look, if y'all don't step it up, we ain't going nowhere, man.
Yeah.
It's time to get back to the way we were playing. So answer the call, man. I know Janai Broome didn't score very much, but he had double-digit rebounds. And, you know, that's the good thing about having a deep team. You don't have to have the same guy score 30 every night to give you a chance to win. And so –
And here's the other thing, too. It's a mentality. I don't know how many times you've ever heard after a 20-point win a coach come saying, yeah, well, that's about the only thing was good about it was we won the game. Well, after winning by 20.
Right. Well,
that doesn't happen. But it's a mentality to say, yes, we did win by 20, but that's only because we're that much better.
That's right. You didn't really accomplish
We didn't
anything.
play that much better. So, yeah.
And you're sending a message because you know if you pull that effort again, you ain't going to be around long.
Exactly. So, and like you said, and they answered the bell. And I hope
it's all you can do there.
CBM is completely healthy because he's the glue, man. I mean,
1,000%.
For all of the – he's the Bryant Smith of this group.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, not in mentality, but – not in the way they play, but in their glue. They are the glue that holds this team together.
And I know we got to get the break, but remind me to come back and talk about Tahad when we come back.
Okay. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of Sports Blitz Live right after this.
Sportz Auto Sales, Highway 280 in Kellyton, Alabama, is home-owned and home-operated. If you're looking for tires, they have it. If you're looking for a vehicle, they have them. Great selection. Always out looking for more just for you, the customer. And if you're looking for service, whether you buy the vehicle from them or whether you buy the vehicle somewhere else, they do service work and got a great crew there. Keep us in mind. Don't you go by Sportz Auto Sales on Highway 280 in Kellyton today.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We're your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout Central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
I'm Karen Chanel, your State Farm agent in Alexander City, Alabama, and the greater Lake Martin area. I want to talk to you a little bit today about your discounts. How many of you are entitled to discounts that you may or may not be receiving? One of the easiest discounts on your homeowner's insurance is that of having a fire extinguisher. Coupled with a deadbolt lock and a smoke alarm, that gives you an automatic discount on your homeowner's policy.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm Southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Brett here with you. Just getting started on tonight's show. We'll be with you until 9 o'clock. Again, 256-234-6221 is our number. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind this evening. If you've got something you'd like to talk about, bring up a new subject, we'd love to talk about it with you. We are brought to you each and every Tuesday evening by JR's Sports Bar and Grill. Wonderful place to have lunch or dinner right here in downtown Alexander City. Go and check them out. Great food, great people. Chris and Audrey do a great job there with that. Great atmosphere. JR's Sports Bar and Grill.
Braden just sent me a text. He's hanging out with Deuce Knight right now. So, I mean, he said it's the first time he'd met him, obviously on campus and all. So, I don't know where they are, what they're doing, or any of that junk. So,
okay.
He just said, I'm hanging out.
Better we don't know.
Yeah, I don't care. So, just as long as it's not something bad. But go back to Todd Pettiford for a second. And I totally agree with this point that Jason Caldwell made on the show last week. He said, everybody has got to pull their weight, but he said Todd Pettiford's going to be the guy that's the X factor for Auburn in the tournament. And here's the reason why. And he has been the last two games, 16 against Alabama State, 23 against Creighton. When you get to March and you get to this tournament, Andy, the superstars take over. The Cooper Flags of the world, the guys that back in the day, the diaper dandies, the freshmen, the Jerry Stackhouses, the Rasheed Wallaces, you can go down the list and we name all but those top tier talent guys, 5-star plus guys take over for teams to make those runs. And Todd Pettiford's the most talented player on this Auburn basketball team. And for Auburn to be successful, he can't go for 2 points or 4 points. He's got to be the guy. And you've seen what's happened when he has been the guy. Auburn wins, and usually against Houston, he was the guy. Against Purdue, he was the guy. In the Maui Invitational, he was the guy a few times. When the lights are the brightest, he steps up. And that's what these big-time guys do. They run to the moment. They don't run away from it. And so he's the most talented guy on Auburn's team. He's got to play like that. You've got to have an X-factor guy. Good, solid players developed always have a role. And I know I'm sounding maybe a little crazy right now in saying this, but Janai Broome, Denver Jones, those guys were not highly ranked guys. They've developed into the player. Todd Pettiford's a true freshman, and everybody knows he was probably the best point guard in the country. So he's got to play like that. Cooper Flagg's playing like it for Duke. Those are the guys that get you to an opportunity to win a championship. And right now, Todd Pettiford, if he keeps playing the way he's playing, Andy, it's going to be hard for anybody to beat Auburn because you're going to have 2 or 3 other pieces on any given night step up, whether it be CBM or Miles Kelly or Janai Broome and, whoever. They'll mix it up and complement him. But if Todd's going for 15, 18, 20 points a game, it's going to be hard for somebody to beat Auburn.
I would agree 100%. I mean, it's rare. It has been the game that he has not shown up. I mean, there was – toward the end of the season, not coincidentally, is when Auburn, lost those 3 games, is when he was kind of fading away. And he had his shot had mysteriously kind of disappeared. But that that three-pointer straight away, right to the top of the key, that one's the one that he seems to like the most and the one that, seems to center him. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Bruce Pearl start drawing up some plays. We've started off quite a few games getting Miles Kelly going. I wouldn't mind to see every time when he gets in the game early to design a play to get him the good look from the top of the key and get off to a good start. So he has started. You could see he feels so much more comfortable in the flow of the offense.
Right.
And like you said, he's gotten better on the defensive end too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big part of it.
Absolutely.
So, here we are in the Sweet 16. Like I said, 7 SEC teams. Alabama, they'll match up with BYU. Pretty interesting matchup. That'll be a shootout. BYU can score the basketball.
They absolutely
can shoot. So,
well, they just got off playing the Church League All-Star team in St. Mary's. So, I've never seen so many wide-open shots missed in my life. Most unathletic.
I'm surprised.
Just not very good, man. And their record was good and all, but just this team, man. When you get in there and miss as many point-blank shots, like Justin kept sending texts going, how many more 5-footers can they miss?
Yeah.
Like, it is so bad. You have to try to miss as many as they were missing, and they did it. And their shooting percentage was horrible. And, kudos to Alabama. They had a lot to do with it. But, St. Mary's had opportunities, and they could not cash in.
Yeah, here's the difference. St. Mary's shot 70 field goals. Alabama only shot 56.
That's my point.
And they only made 24. Alabama made 29.
A dump truck load of missed baskets.
24 of 70. And 3 of 14 from behind the arc.
Geez, man. You talk about atrocious.
It was not good.
I don't know how
it was not good.
It was a horrible performance.
Well, Auburn's now got Michigan. That's a formidable opponent in that it's a matchup problem for most teams. You got 2 guys that are 7-footers,
right?
Basically, they can both move and they'll both step out and shoot. So that's going to bring Janai Broome out away from the basket. That's going to bring Dylan Cardwell away from the basket. That's going to be an interesting matchup. That's going to be a challenge for those guys to be able to go out and step out,
right?
Be able to play defense against them and please Dylan Cardwell, don't foul out of the game.
Can Janai Broome put shooting threes too? Can we just please stop, man? Like, I know he makes them sometimes, and you can, every time he shoots one, I say no, and then it goes in, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But that's not who we need out shooting threes.
No.
And generally, that's a wasted possession. When Janai Broome looks around and goes, oh, ain't nobody around me, I think I'm about to fire this 3 up, and there's a reason nobody's around you because they want you to try to shoot it, and if you make it, they're gambling that, hey, okay, we'll risk that. We want you out there shooting.
Percentage.
Well, that's exactly right. So, Miles Kelly, not so much. You don't want to leave him open. So, that's the thing. And I know we got to get to this next break, but Miles Kelly didn't even hardly score the other night. He's in non-factor. But Friday, it could be somebody else as a non-factor, and he may score 27. You just don't know, man, with this team who it's going to be.
Well, that's big. When there's an opportunity, somebody has filled the void.
Right.
And as long as
somebody just does it,
as long as that continues to happen, we're okay.
Right.
But and
I guess Ja'Kai Howard is absolutely just not an option. There's just no option there. You just run people out there to you ragged. He's sitting over there, and I'm thinking, can we get him in and let him at least play a few minutes? It's just not even an option.
He came in and played
for about 2 minutes.
Well,
good Lord. It's like. And then he got in with a minute and a half against Alabama State. Now, he could have gotten in there a little bit longer.
He could have.
The last buzzer, and he gets in there. I'm like, you can tell he's like, man, really? I mean, and you can see his body language going up and down the floor, and he's like, man, I ain't running up and down this floor for this. So.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Sports Blitz Live right after this.
Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center provides optimum care for the whole person. Dr. Dimo Popov specializes in the prevention and diagnosis of high blood pressure, kidney disease, diabetes, and acute and chronic conditions. Our weight loss clinic offers lipo shots and a guide to healthy weight loss. Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center, where lifestyle changes are made.
Illinois Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillby Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillby Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need. With top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill. And our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Hi, I'm Abby Guy, Vice President at Riverbank and Trust. They say that most banks offer the same products, but Riverbank offers something most can't: personal connection. We love getting to know our customers by name and making them feel special with every interaction. It's a feeling of warm hospitality you won't find anywhere else. Experience it for yourself.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Brett here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every Tuesday evening by Sunshine Heating and Air. For all your heating and cooling needs, give Kevin Keel and his crew a call. Sunshine Heating and Air. They'll be glad to help you out with any and everything and all of your needs. Talking about basketball, obviously the NCAA tournament going on right now. A lot of teams outside of Auburn and Alabama. Florida takes care of UConn in a thrilling game. Florida did not play well in the first half. They were very much in danger of getting taken out of that tournament. And then Mr. Clayton just took over. My goodness, they got some guys that can. Oh yeah, they got some guys that can play. They're going to be a hard out for sure of the tournament. But they got Maryland now. Maryland again. They also a very tough game. Escapes. Right. Did he take 3 or 4 steps?
For that sure, game for sure 3. I mean, he dadgum traveled.
There's no question he traveled. The only question is,
how do you not call it?
Well,
I mean, seriously.
It doesn't get called quite. That was Patrick Ewing type.
Oh,
travel.
it was no doubt. He just took the ball from the free throw line and said, hell, I'm about to walk up there as close as I can to the goal and let it go. And that's what happened. So,
hey, Maryland and Florida, that'll be another good game. Arkansas and Texas Tech. Arkansas is the surprise. Well, no. Ole Miss. Well, which is a bigger surprise, Ole Miss or Arkansas?
Arkansas.
Think so?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because Ole Miss, they had some expectations this year, and Chris Beard, and they've got a pretty veteran team that came back. And
that's true.
Arkansas started the conference schedule 0-5, and you look at where they've come to. I mean, nobody had them on their bingo card in the Sweet 16. I can promise you that.
No, and then now they get Boogie.
Flan's already played in 2 games, and
he's looks like
that's
all of a sudden,
man, that helps.
Knocking some rust off pretty quick. But yeah, they've got to match up with Texas Tech. That's who knows what's going to happen in that. That Western bracket is loaded.
It is
with some talented teams. Houston and Purdue. I think Houston wins that one, but Purdue. They'll have something to say.
Right.
Kentucky, Tennessee, the only SEC matchup in the Sweet 16, which that's good the way that ended up working out. But who you like? I mean, to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure. I don't favor Kentucky in this one, to be perfectly honest.
You don't favor Kentucky?
I said I do. I think I might favor Kentucky
they
over
beat them
Tennessee.
last time. Kentucky beat them last time.
Yeah.
So, hey, that's at Lucas Oil Stadium. You don't think that place is going to be packed?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I mean, just going to be slammed. I hate it for Houston and Purdue because it's going to be Kentucky and Tennessee people everywhere.
Yeah, no doubt. BYU and Alabama, that'll be a shootout. And Duke and Arizona should be pretty that'll be a lot of athleticism on display there for sure. So, who do you like? Who do you like moving on here into the? Is your Final Four still alive?
My Final Four is still alive. Yes.
Who all did you have?
I've got Houston, Duke, Auburn, and Florida. That's who my Final Four are.
I had Houston, Duke, Auburn, and I had St. John's. Did not work out well.
Well, I mean, they ran up against Buzzsaw. What can you say?
Yeah. Oh, well. It is what it is. So, anyway, okay, moving on from that. Anything else about this?
No,
NCAA
I mean, we
tournament
talked this thing to death. I mean, we're down to the 16 teams, and we've never seen anything like this before. That's my Trump impersonation of this, and we haven't seen 7 Sweet 16 teams from one conference. And what's the chances in the Elite Eight of the SEC having 4 teams in it or greater? I mean, obviously one's getting in because Tennessee or Kentucky's going to win that game, but I feel like Florida will move on.
I'm favoring Auburn over Michigan. I'm favoring
Florida.
You
probably favoring Alabama over BYU.
Yeah. So
I mean, the only others left are Ole Miss and Arkansas, and
I could easily see Arkansas beating Texas Tech. Don't know if they will, but
right.
It'd be tough. It'd be tough for Ole Miss to beat Michigan State. But outside of that,
right.
I mean, who do you not?
That's right. I mean, no kidding.
So, that's the fact of could we have the better question? What's the chances we have an all SEC Final Four, or at least 3 out of the 4?
Well, dang. I mean, if you get 4 through, the odds go up tremendously. And, I mean, at least I think 2 SEC teams make it to the Final Four.
And now it'll be a disappointment.
Oh, a massive collapse if if there's not 2 in it.
Yeah.
A massive collapse. So.
Wow. Thought that might, that could at least be a possibility going in this tournament with 14 teams going in. And I think the committee did certainly the SEC a favor, and they did it justice to spread them out.
Right.
Because there could have been a lot of SEC matchups.
They could have.
They could have rigged it that way that you not purposely get it.
But they gave the SEC its respect.
They did, for sure. We'll go ahead and take another break, but don't go anywhere. More to come right after these messages.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense. Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone, 256-750-0381, or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Brett here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. 256-234-6221 is our number here. Give us a call.
Some dumb people in the world.
Let us know what's on your mind. Whew. If you got that kind of problem,
dude, we got to look. I think one thing we can do is start
medical help.
I think there's one thing we can do on this show that I mean, I've wanted to do this for a long time on here, because you ain't got to talk for 2 straight hours about the stats and the games. I mean, sometimes it's okay to get off, and we do.
Sure,
and a lot of people love that part. I think we need to pick out a dumb clip. There's so many to pick from on social media and talk about it. Like some of the things that are done, like on this one particular podcast. I mean, you know if your breath's that bad. Look, and I've been around some guys. I'm not going to say names. I'm not going to mention names. But,
nor should you.
Well, I could. But in broadcasting, you're in close proximity to people. And, and that's a pet peeve of mine. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, man, that's like somebody having a booger in their nose. It's like, man, just look in the mirror and make sure that your hygiene's what it ought to be. And so, but if
that's what I was just fixing to say. Look, we're heading down this lane. Tell me Okay.
I'm not going to let you be. I'm not going to be an a-hole and go, well, he's got it hanging out his nose, and I'm not going to talk to him.
If my breath is back, tell me.
I'm going to say, bro, what did you eat? What died?
Please,
all right, so this one guy, one guy in this podcast, and one of the guys across the room said, hey, man, homeboy gagged a minute ago when he caught a whiff. What did he catch a whiff of? He said, it was my breath. And I'm like, dude, if you know it's that bad and you're in the business of doing podcasts and in-studio stuff with other people, and then the boy walks over and the other guy don't know it. Another one walked out of the room, I guess it was so bad. And the other guy said, well, I don't believe him. So he wants him to breathe on him. And when he breathed, the dude threw up.
He literally
instantly vomited it because it was so bad. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing any more shows with you, man. I don't want to be in the same room with you. So, I mean, you got to know that.
That's a medical condition. That is not just halitosis.
Eat Mentos, spearmint gum, something, man. Like, do whatever. But, like, there's a guy, and people that are watching, like, there's some people that'll know. And so we're in the world of broadcasting, man. And there's just one guy, there's just one time, man. And I won't call who the broadcaster was and whoever was with us, but, man, he was sitting beside the guy. And he looks over at me. He's like, man, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I don't know if I can make it through this game. And so you got to know. Yeah. You've got to know this. Like, because this guy's like, he's like, well, what did that guy catch with? He's, it was my breath. I know exactly what it was. Like, God almighty, bro, you have no respect at all for anybody else when you just let that go. So, anyway, that's terrible.
Please tell me.
I have no respect.
If I got in my nose.
Pet peeve, man, that is like hygiene to the T.
If I got BO,
just drink an entire bottle of Scope. I mean, gargle it, drink it all day, whatever you have to do, man. Just don't roll up with.
Get you some antibiotics or something.
Yeah, there's something more wrong than just bacteria in your mouth. Tony said, thankfully, we don't have to worry about Texas A&M being in the Final Four. Talk about a fan takeover. We just need Houston to go away. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be sad if Houston wins and Duke wins. I'm just going to be honest with you over there. I mean, we'll see. Do you want to play Alabama again? I mean, the only way Auburn can play Alabama again is in the national championship game. You talk about a storyline. Andy, you talk about this show.
Best out of three.
Oh, my God. And on a true neutral court in the biggest environment, is that a must-go-to in life? Is that a must-take a trip to if it's Auburn and Alabama in the national championship? I mean, can you take 40 minutes of that?
No. I don't even know if I could watch it. I mean, it's hard enough watching the football game. But
there's a lot. This is gambling at its highest level. I mean, there is such a part of me that wants that game to happen, and then there's another part of me that doesn't want any part of it. And there's and if Luke was on here, he'd probably say the exact same thing. It's just that. Now, if you knew you could look in the crystal ball and know that you're going to win it, you'd be like, absolutely. The elation of that and just the ultimate bragging rights and all that. Would that be bigger than any Iron Bowl in football? It would have to be.
It'd be so different. Yeah.
But it would have to
for
be.
the national championship. Yeah, of course.
I mean, we've had Alabama and Auburn games go to see who goes plays for SEC championship game, and those have been big.
Well, I mean that.
But we've never played in football for an SEC championship in a championship game environment.
Obviously, 2013 was two top 5 teams.
They were 2 top 5 teams.
And it was, that was to go on to basically see who played for the national championship.
That's right.
So that one was about as big as it got, and it erupted into the what many people believe is maybe the greatest ending of any college game.
I mean,
ever.
if you want to argue that Stanford Cal was that ending too, you can, but
it was more freak. This one was just a great game.
No doubt, that ended on an
But
unbelievable
anyway,
play.
I don't think the state could handle it. I think people would.
Would that be a highly watched Final Four championship or not as much? Because
The Iron Bowl's pretty highly watched.
I know. I would think, with it just being a state of Alabama only final game, would the rest of the country? I think they would.
I think they probably would. Well, number one, because these are two really, really, really good teams.
Right.
We're bordering on great teams. So, that could be. I didn't even want to think about it until I have to. We'll see what happens. Got to make it out of the Sweet 16 before you can.
That's exactly
do
what
anything.
pipe dreams right now.
Let's you got to play the game in front of you for sure. All right, Auburn having a press conference today. Hugh Freeze announcing that Mike Blank, former Auburn player on the defensive line.
Right.
Apparently, he has been taken under, or he was under the wing of Chet Williams.
Right.
Obviously Chet tragically passing away this just a couple of months ago.
Absolutely.
Mike Blank going to take over and for that role as the team chaplain for Auburn. So
I remember him as a defensive lineman. Great,
very good guy.
Yeah, he really, really good player, and on that defensive line, and he was he learned under Chet Williams, and so he gets to come back home to Auburn, and I know he's excited about that opportunity.
But as Auburn begins practice, obviously the biggest talk is around the quarterback position. You got Deuce Wood, you got Deuce Knight, you got Jackson Arnold. Battling. I mean, what are we going to see? Auburn will go as far as their quarterback will take them. That's just. Well, I think Auburn has.
Who are you hoping to see right now? Who are you hoping it's going to be? Jackson Arnold.
I don't care. I hope it's the guy that leads us to the most wins.
It don't matter. That's my point. It don't matter who it is. And again, Deuce Knight comes in, and he didn't come to Auburn or he didn't sign anywhere. He was going to sign with Notre Dame to say, look, I'm going to just ride this out for a year. He's going to compete.
Think any part of him regrets that?
Not going to Notre Dame. Not really. I think.
I hope so.
No, I do. I mean, I think that. I think deep down he wants to.
But depending on how this year goes,
I think he wants to be in the SEC. I think everybody yearns to do that. I mean, I know Notre Dame had a hell of a year last year, and then, Riley Leonard leaves and stuff. So he's going to compete. I think this team. I think when I say this we all say this every time, but I think this Auburn team, the roster is finally to a point where you can't use any more excuses, Andy. You either put up or shut up now.
Yeah.
That's where we are. They're out of room. They're up against the edge of the cliff, and you're either going to perform or you're going to fall off.
Yeah.
So,
hope it gets another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hello, this is Little Mo right here with you from DLR Us Auto Sales. At DLR Us, we have multiple sedans and SUVs. Come see us at 33445 U.S. Highway 280, Childersburg, Alabama 35044. Call us at 256-267-3257. Let's make a deal, people. Our down payment is based on $500 down. With the approval of credit, we make it happen. We work with you. We got the choice for you, and we make the right deal.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. Main Street Family Care offers a wide array of services that allows them to treat many conditions, and they also offer primary care. In addition to these services, they also offer DOT physical exams, lab testing, sports physicals, and vaccines. They accept most major insurance plans, including Medicaid. Main Street Family Care opens 7 days a week.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. Heal better, feel better fast.
Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union, is looking for the next hometown hero. Hometown heroes could be first responders, public service workers, community leaders, pastors, community volunteers, or anyone who is making a difference in your hometown. Submit your nominations now online at myhscu.com. And if your nominee is selected, they will get a $100 Visa cash card and a certificate of appreciation from Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union, federally insured by the NCUA.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Red Flag Pest Control is Central Alabama's best in pest control with hometown service in Lake Martin and now the greater Montgomery area. When you see pests, throw down the red flag. Termites, bed bugs, carpenter bees, mosquitoes, or general pests. Red Flag gets the job done at the right price for your home or business. At Lake Martin, call 888-943-0353 or in Montgomery, 334-265-1831. Red Flag, the best in pest control in Central Alabama.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Brett here with you. Thank you again so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. Yeah.
Did you see Trump get hit in the face with that microphone the other day?
No.
On the tarmac, getting on. Reporter got too close. I'll have to show it to you. It's funny. It's fun.
Of course it is.
I mean, you can only imagine.
Yeah, I'm sure. He had a lot to say for sure. Auburn football, spring practice beginning. Beautiful day to begin that. This Auburn team, how is it going to look the same? How is it going to look different? A lot of questions from Coach Freeze. He said, look, he thinks that the offense is going to got better in the offensive line, better wide receiver. Thinks the running back's going to be fine. Again, it's all going to come down to the quarterback.
Well, that's new. I mean, you don't have Jarquez Hunter. I know Austin was there and Cobb was there, but it's their show now.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got a brand new quarterback room. What you do have is a bunch of returning wide receivers, and I know it's weird to say that a bunch of sophomores are veterans, but you add Cam Coleman and Malcolm Simmons in there with a full year under their belt and getting a lot of snaps. And then you have an addition of Eric Singleton and Horatio Fields, and then you got Perry Thompson and Bryce Kane waiting to see what they're going to do. And then you got Sam Turner, who everybody knew had a high ceiling, and he's already turning heads. I mean, this receiver room is just stupid. And KLS talked about it after Pro Day yesterday. He said, I told the guys, he said, y'all the best receiver room in the country, and y'all about to take over. And look, and you got a quarterback now. And we had Malcolm on the show a couple of weeks ago, and Faith asked him about that, and he said, look, man, he said, we all been working out with Jackson Arnold and Deuce Knight, and they both been putting the work in, and we're catching balls from them. And he wasn't trying to be, take a shot at Peyton Thorne. He's like, look, it just comes out different, man. The ball just gets to you a lot quicker. It seems to be on target. And
that helps.
That helps, and that, again, execution, Andy, if you want to break it down like on a swing pass, if the receiver has to spin all the way around and catch it behind him and then get going again, those plays are designed to catch in motion and get upfield. And when your quarterback's just a little off, it kills the whole flow of the play. I mean, in essence, that's a sweep play to the boundary to get you one-on-one, and then you got another receiver or another blocker pulling out in front of you to kind of give you a lane to run. And then if you have to turn all the way around and catch a pass and then find where you are and find where the defenders are, then it just disrupts the whole thing. So timing and all of that's the important part of these early sessions where you're not being coached. It's player only. But getting that chemistry down and getting those reps down is massive.
I mean, what's the difference between a great quarterback and a good quarterback? I mean, it's
very small. It's very small. It's very small.
It's can you extend a play with your legs, when the pass rush is on? Can you feel the rush? Can you move in the pocket? Can you we're talking about, like you say, on target. Yeah, okay, is it in the catch radius or is it in the pocket in there? Does it hit him in the chest? Does it hit him in the hands? Does it hit him in stride?
Yeah, I mean, if you're –
all these guys –
that's important.
If you hit a guy in stride, he scores. If you hit a guy and he has to stop and catch it, yeah, it's a first down.
But it's not a big
kicking
play.
a field goal. That 4 points may be the difference in winning and losing. Those kind of things. So, I mean, can Jackson Arnold be that guy? I don't know. I wish I could say absolutely. Can Deuce Knight be that guy?
But I do feel confident that you got two, that one of them's going to pan out.
Oh, well, I've been saying that for a while. Show me, Brett.
Well, I mean, I said this till I was blue in the face. I thought Hugh Freeze made a mistake riding with Peyton Thorne.
I thought Bo Nix was that guy.
Well, we did too, and he didn't get coached up. So let's just be honest. I mean, that was the Harsin experience, which was you just can't even compare that to anything. That was so bad. But
now 2 years of that was it was Gus.
I mean, but it was better with under that than it was Harsin. All right, so we all knew that Peyton Thorne, Hugh Freeze pushed all his chips into the middle of the table. Mm-hmm. And we thought Auburn was going to go get Cam Ward or somebody like that, Riley Leonard, whatever. And Hugh Freeze like, no, we ain't going to spend no money this year. We got our guy. And we'd seen Peyton Thorne the year before, and we were like, really? So he's gotten that much better, and you feel confident. And he sold us, man. And then the season started, and we went.
Well, I was told all he needed was more receivers. Better receivers.
Man.
And we got him better receivers.
Three games into the season.
I didn't do anything.
3 games into the season, Hugh Freeze didn't even know. He was second-guessing himself. So, I mean, what was he doing in practice that made you think he was going to be the guy and that you didn't need to go out and get another quarterback? Okay, he crumbled that up and threw it away because 5 games we pissed away. All right, I hate to use that word, but it's just the way it is. I'm not going to go back through all 5 of them, but we literally did what I just said. And it wasn't really the other team. It was boatloads of turnovers. It was
penalties.
Collapses at the end of the game like Missouri and Oklahoma. It's like, man, you are your own worst enemy. And it's not just the players. It was coaching too. It was bad situational stuff. And you were that close, and you never got blown out in any game. So you were really close, but you made some bad decisions, man, personnel-wise.
Speaking of that, I mean, what about this? Some new names in the coaching staff. Rock Ballatoni coming over.
Coming back.
Rushing, coming in to coach safety. So, we'll see.
The roster,
I think
the roster's a lot better.
I think that the guys on the defense. I'm worried about the defensive line because it's just going to be young. But look, DJ Durkin did a tremendous job last year. I thought Auburn certainly didn't lose because of the defense.
Not at all.
Pretty much any game, but. You just don't turn the ball
over. Maybe the worst defensive game.
Don't turn the ball over 5 times.
Maybe the worst defensive game they played all year was Alabama. I mean, and that was the crazy thing. I mean.
That may be true. That may be true.
Gave up 3 runs to Jalen Milroe.
Yeah.
And that was the difference in the game.
All right, we're going to go ahead and close out the first hour of tonight's show, but never fear. Back with hour number 2 right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
I'm Jimmy Goree with Goree's Furniture. We would like to invite you to come shop our huge selection of furniture. But if you don't have time, we have over 2,000 items you can have shipped directly to your home. Go to GoreesFurniture.com, look for 48-hour quick ship. Shop, click, ship, it's just that easy. You can shop us here, or you can shop us online, only at Goree's Furniture.
Your express way to saving.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Take your pick of a massive selection of brand new GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,250 off. New GMC Terrains, the popular SUV featuring safety, technology, and performance, discounted up to $7,500 off. Enjoy no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Sports Blitz Live. Andy Graham and Brett Pritchard here with you for one more hour in tonight's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. 256-234-6221 is our number here. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. Auburn in action tonight, up 9-2 on South Alabama. That one actually at Riverwalk Stadium there in Montgomery. Alabama playing Troy tonight, I believe. Not sure what the score is on that one, but Auburn going to take on Georgia this weekend in baseball. Georgia, the number 3 team in the country, 24-2, 5-1 in the SEC. The SEC got the number 1, number 2, number 3, number 7, number 12, number 8, number 9, number 11, number 14, number 15, all in the SEC. Tremendous.
Meat grinder.
Good grief. It's tough.
Well, like Texas A&M was preseason number 1. They're 0-6.
How about Florida?
Yeah, I mean,
being 0-6 too. That is unheard of.
Yeah, they, coming in was 18-2, and now they're 18-8.
Yeah. Well, something just happened.
And daggum Texas A&M's 11.
It's 9-5 now, so South Alabama must have hit.
Well,
you get into these midweeks and you start throwing freshmen out there.
South Alabama's got a good baseball team.
They do.
And they're going to be
somebody we were talking. Somebody was on a text thread we were on. I don't know if it was you or if it was somebody else, but this Auburn baseball team I think the word used was gritty. It
was me on the text thread. I said, man, this baseball team they just gritty as hell.
They are.
I mean, they just figure out ways to get it done.
They figure out ways to win. And that's the kind of guys,
this thing
about
gets
it is a lot of them are
contagious.
young.
Well, and it gets contagious, Andy. You don't get in a game where you feel like, even if you're down late, you go, well, you still got this, man.
Yeah.
And then Ike Irish has been out, and what does he go, 5 for 6 or something stupid?
Yeah, he had how did he break his shoulder?
Oh, he got hit in the back with a ball.
Oh, that was so
that's how he did that. So, but then comes back and goes 5 for 6 and, just knocking the cover off the ball.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's got
McMurray hit a home run, another home run.
We got
tonight.
an interview
Kate
Thursday
Bellew
with Cooper McMurray.
Really?
Yep.
That's right. Sit down.
Yeah, so we got to sit down with him. So looking forward to that. And, we're going to be getting a lot more of Auburn athletes on with us, and we're excited about that. And but, yeah, I mean, this baseball team is polar opposite of the way the year started last year, Andy. You remember opened up with Vanderbilt and Arkansas, and then what did we go 1-11 in our first 12 last year?
It was ugly.
It's something like that.
Yeah, I mean we only won 8.
Then
we only won 8.
Well, that's right, but I mean then we finished strong, but about the damage had already been done at that point.
Yeah, well, yeah. But so yeah, looking at this,
it's like every other year with Butch Thompson's teams, here we are in this year, things are we finding ways to win games. Last year, found ways to lose them. Year before, found ways to win them. Year before that, found ways to lose them. And he's talked about that. It's a fine line.
Absolutely.
And making the play and not making the play. And, we could have easily won that Arkansas series last year. We're in every one of those games. We made the error, or we struck out when we needed to get the big hit, or we gave up.
You give them credit. They made the play.
They made the play. I mean,
they got the hit.
So, but you were right there. But that's the difference in being at the top of this conference or being at the bottom. Really, a couple of plays.
That's what I mean. That you can see it, and it's easy to say in those years when things aren't going well. But I mean, it's the truth. You just kind of have to live with it the way we've been going. But that's why you look for these. It's more about numbers when you're trying to bring these guys in. It's about bringing pitchers in that can handle the moment as much as it is anything else. Those guys, those singular plays during a game, those singular innings, that's what makes the difference. So, again, Auburn going to be at Georgia for a 3-game series. Alabama going to Florida. I take that back. Alabama, Oklahoma coming to Alabama. Alabama coming out of the gate strong, unlike they have in quite a while. Alabama 22-3 on the year, 4-2 in the SEC. So they have really come on. So good. I mean that program hadn't been good in a long time. They used to be, when Jim Wells was there, they were really
they were rocking and rolling.
Got to the World Series quite a few times. So we'll see if they can maintain that. I didn't even know who the coach is there now, to be perfectly honest.
Right.
They've changed so many times.
They have. But, again, Alabama's, look at where they are right now. Number 12, Auburn's 11.
Yeah.
It's good to see both teams in the state, man, because we've been at the bottom for so long due to the inconsistencies with the money and stuff like that. But, that's why Butch Thompson has been able to really overachieve, I think, when you look at the teams that they have to compete with in this conference and the advantages that some of the other states have had with scholarship numbers and things like that.
All I've heard is, well, they're going to get to the point of they've decided where they're going to expand the rosters to, maybe 35 or so scholarships. All I've heard, but that's all talk at this point. It hadn't materialized yet. Are we seeing that on the horizon? Is that coming anytime soon? I would hope.
I would think so.
We'll see.
Right.
As far as softball, they will be in action tomorrow. Auburn playing North Alabama, and North Alabama coming to Auburn, and Troy. I take that back. Troy coming to Auburn, North Alabama coming to Tuscaloosa to take on Alabama, and then Auburn. Poor Auburn. I mean, the softball program. You start off. I mean, you play a top 10 team.
Yeah, but there's a couple of those.
Then you got to go to Texas, and now you got Florida coming to James B. Moore Field this weekend. So hadn't won a game yet. They are 0-9 in Southeastern Conference play. The Malvos. It's a good thing they started out so well as they did.
20-1.
Started out 21 and have yet to win a conference game. But again, it's just going to take time. They just don't have the pitching right now. They can hit.
They're going to be fine.
They be competitive.
They're going to be fine.
Yeah,
I mean, they really are.
They just need to find
and they know how to
some
recruit.
dominant pitching.
Well, they know how to recruit.
Yeah,
and they proved that at Tennessee. And let's be honest. I mean, I never was a big fan of Mickey Dean, and he kind of left this program. I mean, we couldn't hit it a lick with him here.
He was not, yeah.
And, the thing that stood out about this softball team early this year is the ability to hit. And but you get in conference play, and it becomes a different animal, and you face better pitching. And, it just is what it is. So that just shows you Auburn played some really good teams in the pre-conference schedule and beat them. And then you get in conference play, and then you lose a couple close ones, and they had one close game against Texas.
They're at the number 2 team.
Yeah.
You're up 3 runs going to the bottom of the 7th.
Can't finish
against the number 2 team in the country, and they are up 2 runs, and they hit a 3-run homer to walk you off.
That's what good teams do, though.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
If you're tired of the same old and you're hungry for something really good, then it's time to go to JR's Sports Bar and Grill. JR's has the best fingers and wings around, and their menu is loaded with appetizers, burgers, salads, and so much more. Follow JR's on their Facebook to keep up with their live music events and drink specials. And if after a long day you just want to stay in, remember JR's delivers. Call in your order at 256-329-2328. JR Sports Bar and Grill, 145 Alabama Street in Alexander City.
Discover great deals on Kawasaki motorcycles, watercraft, side-by-sides, and more. Save big on championship-proving KX motorcycles. Get a great deal on iconic Kawasaki jet ski personal watercraft, or take advantage of big adventure for less with savings on our rugged Terex side-by-sides. There's no better time to save on our exciting lineup of Kawasaki vehicles. Visit Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard today, or see all the Kawasaki products at adamsmotorsports.com, where your pleasure is our business.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SDC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen-printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands.
From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Brett here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Only 45 more minutes left in tonight's show. Give us a call, 256-234-6221. Let us know what's on your mind. You can always check us out on the Auburn Blitz as well, 12 to 1 every day, Monday through Friday. Also, check us out on the Auburn Blitz podcast as well, around 8-ish.
That's right.
Every
right
morning.
at 8-ish, or maybe a little bit.
You do that show on Saturday too?
No, we don't do it on Saturday.
Okay.
Do Saturday Sports Countdown.
Okay,
Saturday,
well.
We're doing something.
something.
On Saturday, just, we just don't know what it is. a lot of times, so.
Well, you always got something going on.
Unfortunately. And I need a break every once in a while, man. I think I'm going crazy.
Auburn's up 9-5. Alabama tied or up now 3-2 on North Alabama in the 7th. Again, that midweek pitching that can get a little sketchy from time to time. But anyway, going back to Auburn getting underway in practice, also announced not going to be a traditional A-Day game anymore.
Going to be more of a scrimmage, Andy.
What has it been?
I mean,
I
don't know. I kind of, when I read it, I was like, is it any different, really? But, they're going to be free admission. Fans can have a fan day after it.
What it used to cost, $5?
$5, something like that. So, and that's, look, this may be the last one we have at Auburn.
Maybe.
Everybody's moving away from these games.
Hugh Freeze says he wants OTAs like the NFL.
Well, I'm not surprised. That's where we're moving. This is NFL light.
Either that or, and I used to hear Nick Saban, I think, talk about this. Let me have a scrimmage with another team.
Well, that's what I'm saying. how cool would that be if –
But then you get your quarterback hurt, and you're like –
Well, maybe you play an OTA with another team, a 7-on-7.
Yeah.
Not get in there and really get after one another. But just maybe you skill. How cool would that be to Auburn and Florida, get together and then, dare Auburn and Alabama have an OTA, but seriously, that's kind of where we're going with things. So I'd be a different spin on it. I'm not opposed to it at this point. Heck, everything else is different now. And
everything changes, and we're getting to the point where everything.
Is that what Tracy Lawrence said in that song? Everything changes. That's him, right?
Yeah, that is Tracy Lawrence. Yeah.
Yep.
Time marches on.
Time marches on. Everything changes.
Well, Stephen A. Smith, said that college basketball is basically coming to an end. But because there's not been a lot of
There's no upsets. And
there were two upsets, and they didn't even make it to the Sweet 16.
But the mid-majors don't have those diamonds in the rough anymore because all the big boy teams are taking their players. And so that is the world we live in now. And he's right. It's college basketball as we've known it, it ceases to exist. But then you look at the ratings, you got more top-tier teams in it, and it's garnered more eyeballs. And but it's losing that Cinderella appeal, and it's because of the structure of the portal. And 700 guys getting the transfer portal yesterday.
Well, didn't it?
700 on day one.
Doesn't that make that? The city of Auburn kind of epitomizes college football. You look back on what Auburn used to be, And the loveliest village on the plain.
Right.
This charming,
it's not anymore.
This charming, and it was beautiful, and we all used to love it. And I remember, when we went up there on a summer afternoon and drove around, and it was just it was a different place.
Now you can't even see past the nearest high rise.
But there's so many more opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many things that are better about it, and everyone seems to like it more.
Pros and cons
but
of everything.
You look back on it and you go, boy, I miss that charming little village that it used to be. Well, I mean, I'm going to miss college football the way it used to be. I'm going to miss college basketball the way it used to be. Maybe there's something better on the horizon. Maybe not. But it's going to be different, that's for sure.
It's already different.
No.
And it's going to continue to morph into something that will probably be unrecognizable as we know it, and as we have known it. And look, we've talked this thing.
Get on with it and do it.
But right now, Andy, there's no leadership. There's no way to get on with it when there's nobody to make a call. And so I think it's everybody's lost and everybody's just doing whatever the hell they want to do right now. And that's why it's so frustrating. I mean, to me, a simple fix in college football is to stop all this transferring, is to sign guys to contracts. And say, look, you at a minimum going to stay here 2 years. I mean, and it's like with Bruce Pearl and Stephen Pearl this week said, look, I mean, we're trying to get ready to play Michigan in the Sweet 16, and we're having to field hundreds of phone calls because the portal open, and we're trying to get ready. We don't want to miss out on anybody. I mean, this is bull crap, dude. I mean, the NCAA and somebody should step up and say, look, we're not opening any portal in football or basketball until the season's over. Now, if you get, you don't make it to a bowl game, you don't make it to the playoff, well, you just have to sit there with a thumb up your rear end. Everybody else gets finished, and then we're going to open the portal up, and everybody can go try to get whoever they want. But it's not fair to the teams that are excelling and are in the playoffs or in the tournament deep when everybody else is out there recruiting and making calls and trying to better their team. I mean, and they're trying to concentrate. I mean, Nick Saban said it back when he was in this 2 years ago when they went to the Rose Bowl. He said, heck, I'm trying to get ready for Michigan, and everybody else is recruiting and stealing my players and, and all this kind of stuff. And I think we all know now that's what ultimately ran him out of this game. He's like, I don't want to do that. He's like, the whole reason we do all of this is to play in the game we're about to play in, and I can't concentrate on that because I'm trying to get more players. So it's like, what are we doing all this for? Yeah. He's just kind of going in such a circle that
there's a hole in the bucket.
You go in, it's like you keep pouring water in there and it never gets any higher. So it's just wild. And that's a flaw in leadership. You should step up and say, okay, you can transfer. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it fair for everybody. We're going to wait till the season. Why are they opening the portal window the week of the Sweet 16? What sense does that make, man?
Well, it's the same amount of sense that it is that you open the portal when the playoff and the college football is going on.
That's what I'm saying.
It makes no sense.
It's the same deal.
Yeah. Auburn up 11-5 on South Alabama. Alabama's still up 3-2 on North Alabama, and both of those in the seventh inning. All right, you got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
Alex City
and west side of the lake. It's time to celebrate because the all-new Lake Martin Pizza is open with the area's best pizza, and it's just down Highway 63 South in our town. Lake Martin Pizza of Highway 63 has a huge outdoor seating area with enclosed heated comfort, a full bar with cold beer, wine, and full spirit selection with family ownership and fun for the whole family. Dine in or pick up. It's just a short drive to our town and is hands down the area's best pizza. Like us on Facebook to see upcoming live entertainment and watch sports on our 360 wraparound TVs. Rejoice! Lake Martin Pizza on Highway 63 is ready for you.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone 256-750-0381 or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
This spring and summer, make your land, farming, lawn, and landscaping needs have zero risk and 100% success with Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor. With 0% financing on all our Mahindra tractors, many with up to 84-month terms. Our inventory of Mahindra tractors and farm implements is beefed up, and more are coming in daily. We also have extended 0% terms on Spartan mowers to handle your mowing needs with the best and zero-turn mowers priced to move. At Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, your authorized Mahindra and Spartan dealer.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, this is Andrew McGreer at Dunning Roofing. At Dunning Roofing, we specialize in high-quality, premium roofs. We don't build roofs that just meet code requirements. We build quality roofs with premium materials that significantly exceed our competitors' warranties. We put money on your roof, not in our pockets. If you're looking for a top-quality roof, call Dunning Roofing today for your free quote at 256-307-7601 or visit us at DunningRoofingAL.com for more information.
Welcome back, everyone, to the
Sports Blitz Live.
Yeah, it's Sports Blitz Live.
Or TMZ. You want to go in the TMZ direction?
Yeah, we could break some. Yeah,
well, about to, because Tiger Woods is not, pretty much
your boy Tiger Woods.
That's my guy, dude. Hey, knocked that one out of the park.
Well,
but Tiger Woods goes.
What did he tore his Achilles, didn't he?
Yeah, you've cursed him. Hey, back when all that, like you told me, you and I got in those arguments back. You know, he ain't never win nothing else. He did win the Masters after that, and I
told you, looking back, that is the most miraculous thing. We undersold that. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we did. That was crazy, to be honest with you.
I'm talking about humanity.
Oh yeah, and then. And he has been one walking problem since. So, I mean, he has about lost his leg to a track. Dude, he crashed.
Now, he's part of his.
He crashed.
He's part of his own problem.
I don't know how he walked away from that, man. Dude, did you see that car?
Yes.
What? He had to have told. It's not funny, man, but good Lord, he went through that curve going 1,000,000 miles an hour. But he's dodged.
Look, Father Time, undefeated.
No doubt.
Now, granted, Tom Brady took it, and LeBron are taking it as far as you can take it.
As far as you can
but it's still undefeated. That's for sure.
Boy, LeBron, he'll sell a foul woman. Like these slow motion memes and stuff, like him overreacting with somebody like catching an elbow to the chin, like dude, you didn't even touch him, and his reaction to fall back and just flail and stuff. I mean, he should have gone into acting. They had to have, he did remake what was it? What's the movie that Michael Jordan was
Cartoon?
in? Yeah,
Yeah,
what was it? I mean, Space Jam.
I never saw it.
You never saw the first Space Jam with Michael Jordan?
The first one, no.
What's wrong with you?
I don't.
It was good.
I have a feud with Disney.
What? But then,
No, I don't.
But the last one, I refused to watch it because it had LeBron in it. But I mean, I watched everything Michael Jordan was in back in the day. You know,
I didn't watch the Shaq. What was the one where he was a super?
Oh, Shazam.
Steel.
Shazam.
No, wasn't he? He was like a superhero.
Yeah, right.
But yeah,
right.
okay, Shazam. He was a genie.
Yeah, he was a genie.
I didn't
in
see
that,
either of those either. So
Shaq was in Blue Chip.
That was on the other night actually. That's actually a pretty good movie.
It's a real good movie.
I mean, and it's before
it's irrelevant.
I mean,
now.
well, it's completely. I mean, irrelevant now. But give a kid a tractor. Just sign him up for John Deere.
Dude, I mean, what are we hiding it for? I mean, see, all of that's kind of funny now. I mean, but Tiger Woods.
Well, God bless him. I mean, love is in the air. I wish him well.
I mean,
it's not. Finally, something's going to work out for that guy.
I know. He can't catch.
He's only a billionaire.
He can't catch a break. Then he marries Vanessa Trump, who is Don Jr.'s ex-wife, who's Kai's mama.
They get married?
Who? Are they getting
Tiger.
married? No, I just announced that his girl.
Oh.
He announced that she is his girlfriend or vice versa.
Yeah.
He made it public, right? He made their relationship public. Is that what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, weren't you waiting with bated breath on who Tiger Woods was going to announce as his next girlfriend?
Well, knowing his track record, she won a many.
Well, you're right. She knows what she's getting into.
I guess so.
$1 billion. She don't need money. I guess she don't need money.
I doubt it. I'm sure Donnie is still half of his fortune is.
And Trump and but I'll say this kind of odd because Trump and Tiger Woods are really close. Donald Trump, the president, and this is his son's ex-wife. I mean, you know what I can foresee though with Donald Trump going, that's all right. I mean, I don't care.
Look, I gotta say, all those Trumps, they're pretty level, headed. I bet they've got a pretty decent. I don't know. They may be bitter. It
don't seem that way.
You never hear anything about lawsuits going back and forth. So
no,
clearly they probably have
okay with it.
I'm sure he's fine with it. We'll see.
He don't care.
I don't. Yeah,
he's getting hit in the face with a furry microphone trying to get on.
I'm talking about Don Jr.
Oh, Don Jr. sure don't care. He's probably telling everybody who my ex-wife's dating Tiger Woods. Hey,
right.
And his daughter's going.
Yeah,
look, Don Jr.'s like my daughter's going to Miami to play golf, and she gets to hang out with Charlie Woods now, and they could be brother and sister. I mean, it's just odd, man.
Very.
It's a
quite.
Well, it's what I'm looking for. It's a soap opera.
Yeah, that's a good way. Surreal.
Yes.
The surreal life. Auburn's got a new women's basketball coach as well. Larry Vickers, former head coach of Norfolk State, led them to I think a 30-3 year.
Yeah, he's been 3 years in the tournament.
3 years went to the tournament. He's done really, really well. 30-5 this year.
Is that all he could do?
Yeah, really. At Norfolk State, no less.
He won 30 games in 3 years. It feels like
it's been. I thought Johnny Harris was doing it. She was on the right track and she was doing, a fair job. But I got to admit, I mean. It's easy in these, and I don't want to. I don't mean any offense by this, but when I say these lesser sports, but let's just be honest. If you're not football, basketball, or baseball, if you're really not football or basketball, you're a lesser sport.
That's exactly right.
At major colleges. Let's just be perfectly honest. If you can kind of say, and you can get caught up in these, and you can spend 7 years with a coach and then look up and realize, we ain't been in a tournament in 6 years. I mean, it
works out pretty good for that person that's just flying under the radar.
It does. But so, hey, give them 4 years. If it doesn't work out, move on to somebody else. And this guy's an up-and-comer. We
ain't been good in women's basketball in so long, man.
And what's sad is Auburn used to be really,
Joe
really
Champion
good.
had it to
went to back-to-back national championship games.
Lost to La Tech, both of them, right?
Well, I think we lost Stanford and
La Tech. Didn't we get beat out again by La Tech in something?
I think we lost 3.
Yeah.
It was tough. It was tough.
Long were those days.
Yeah, really. I think we got beat by Tennessee, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I mean, look who was their coach.
Yeah. So, but
they ain't been the same since she's been gone.
Well, how many times does that happen? Hello, Alabama.
What?
Look! Look what's coming down the pike here.
Right, it's exactly right. I think they better prepare themselves.
When you got that kind of success, it takes it a minute to get back.
Year one, DeBoer, I know he won. Here's the crazy thing about this is DeBoer went 9-3. And it was the best opening year record of any coach in Alabama history, and they went, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Y'all missed the playoffs. You suck. And now here comes all the heat that goes with this job. And if you take another step back this year,
oh my
man, it's going to be
they'll fire him.
A complete meltdown.
If they win 8 games this year, they'll fire him.
That's right, because that'll be unimaginable, man, to go 8-4.
That won't be up to the standard.
Well, exactly, of the last 18 years.
Yeah.
So,
that's
what it is.
Got to take another break. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
Thunderbolt Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now, let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now, they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's, Highway 49 South in Dadeville. 256-825-4827.
The new owners of Stillwater's Country Club want to welcome you to play the area's premier course at Stillwater's with our new rate. Now, play for only $35 per 18 during the week and only $40 for the weekend. Stillwater's Golf is ready to give you the area's best golf experience, and many upgrades are coming, including a lighted range and course expansion. Meet the new staff and enjoy $35 per 18 Monday through Friday and $40 on the weekends. All at Stillwater's Country Club in Dadeville.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SDC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
2025 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World. '25 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and Brett here with you. Just a couple more segments left in tonight's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Happy birthday today to Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin.
Born on this, the Queen of Soul.
Did you like her role in the Blues Brothers?
Yeah. Oddly enough, why she chose to do Think in that original one instead of Respect. But it worked out well.
You bet, I think.
And speaking of that, she and most of her hits, her biggest hits, Luke have talked about this, when she does a song, it becomes her own. Otis Redding started. He was the one that originally recorded Respect.
Right.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Now, and she took it over. Most people associate it with her.
That's right.
I mean, so give her credit for
Never
that.
hear Otis Redding's version.
No. But
have you ever heard Otis Redding's
Yes. Quite, yeah. It's very good. It's like, the Black Crowes.
Right.
Taking over.
Oh, yeah. Which one is it? The Black Betty? No.
No. I'll think of it in a minute.
Yeah, of course. I know which one you're talking about. I can't think of it.
Hard to handle.
Yes.
Hard to handle. Now, I mean, they kind of made that their own.
They did.
It's pretty cool. But go back, Otis Redding. Did it great. All right. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Think. You make me feel like a natural woman. Chain of Fools. Another great one.
Yep.
And I Say a Little Prayer.
That's a good one.
All of those are good.
Yeah, Aretha Franklin she was an icon and one of the greats, man, of her era for sure. And passed away when 2000. Well, you got it written down 18. I should just look at the paper. So that would help.
And you're an Elton John fan, right?
I do like Elton John. I mean, I just think he's he's got so many good songs, man. Daniel. I can go on and on. I mean, I like I'm Still Standing. I mean, those type songs into the 80s and stuff that where he had those kind of songs. Tiny Dancer's probably my favorite one.
Tiny Dancer, Rocket Man, Benny and the Jets, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road,
Benny and the Jets,
Philadelphia Freedom, Candle in the Wind.
You can just keep going, man. Guy wrote a bunch of them.
He did.
Guess that's why they call it the blues. I mean, that's a good one.
That is a very good one.
I mean, and he's been in so many songs with different people too. I mean, what's the one with Dionne Warwick and That's What Friends Are For?
That's What Friends Are For.
Is it Stevie Wonder and her and Elton John in that song? I know it's
sounds good to me.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm 99% sure that's the trio.
I don't even know this off the top of my head, but I'm almost guaranteeing. I'd almost bet my life that he was there for We Are the World.
Oh, you talking about Elton John?
Yeah,
I know I know the party sang.
Okay,
he was 100% in it.
There you go.
So, let me see if I can remember it. But I know all of. That's such a cool song, by the way.
It is a good song. Michael Jackson? I mean, he didn't write bad songs.
Was it Waylon Jennings that walked out of it?
I think he might.
He got up there.
He was there.
No, he was there and he left. There's a story about that, and he got out. He said, "Man, I'm sorry, guys, this ain't for me." Well, he just walked out.
That's why you got to love Waylon.
I know it.
Bruce Springsteen. Now, answer me this. If you know so much about this.
Yeah.
Why was Dan Aykroyd there?
I don't know that one. You know, they did a whole documentary on that.
Oh, yeah.
And
Now,
but I don't know why Dan Aykroyd.
It had to have had something to do with the Blues Brothers.
I would
did
think.
he
even sing in it?
He was, yeah.
I don't think he never had a part in it, though.
Oh,
he
no,
never
no.
had an individual.
He never had a part, but he was there.
Yeah, it was.
He was
that, I like that song because I like doing music trivia and I like trying to guess when they change and name who it is that's singing. Huey Lewis,
right?
Whoever,
Paul Simon,
Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Just keep on going down the list. That's crazy. So that's a cool song.
Oh, it is. It started a trend that you had rock bands do the Live Aid, and you had there were quite a few. So what was the one?
Here's the list of the artists. I had to pull it up.
Okay.
Lionel Richie, Stevie Wonder, Paul Simon,
Lionel
Kenny Rogers, James Ingram, Tina Turner, Billy Joel, Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, Dionne Warwick, Willie Nelson, Al Jarreau, Bruce Springsteen, Steve Perry, Daryl Hall, Kenny Loggins, Cyndi Lauper, Kim Carnes, Bob Dylan. There's more. Ran out. I swore Elton John was there. Maybe he wasn't.
Wow.
Thought I heard him in there. Maybe I got him mixed up. But I mean,
I would have lost my line.
Yeah,
That would have been good.
I would have lost mine too. So I bet it all there. So.
Oh well.
We still here though. We're still standing according to Elton John. So
all right, Sarah Jessica Parker, born on this day. Can you believe 1965?
That's weird.
She is 60.
Do you remember her? You got the movie down here. I just looked at it, but the role that a lot of people don't remember, Flight of the Navigator.
I love that movie.
What a cool movie.
Loved that movie.
It
was ahead of its time. It was ahead of its time.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Flight of the Navigator. But she's so known for Sex and the City. That's what Sarah Jessica Parker's really known.
That's so cool about that I always loved about that movie. The kid gets basically kidnapped. Not really kidnapped, but abducted.
Right.
By space,
And in that thing,
but the thing,
what was that little thing?
It was like, it was the ship. I don't know.
But that little thing, there was all kind of organisms.
I don't know what it was. Yeah, that's right. I know. But the kid came back to his family like he was after missing from 12 years, and you always imagine what that would be like. If you'd be gone and you'd come back and you were the same age that everybody else was, like 12 years older.
That's
how weird that would be.
So
it's like an episode. It was literally like an episode of The Twilight Zone.
It
That's
is.
why I liked it so much.
Right.
Anyway, she was also in Footloose.
Yeah.
Not one of the main. She was not, obviously not a.
She had a lot of supporting roles.
She was that's
supporting
a good way
actress roles.
Good way to put it. Striking Distance with Bruce Willis, who is tragic. You got dementia now.
He's in bad shape.
Yeah, he's not.
Saw a picture of him with Demi Moore the other day, and he was with Billy Joel.
Oh, really?
I mean, not Billy Joel, but Bruce.
Elton John.
No, Elton John. He was there too. Hell, they were all there. So, but Bruce Willis. But yeah, he was not good.
Okay. Yeah. I'd never seen it, but Hocus Pocus. That's what she used to know. She's famous for that movie. They made a sequel to it.
Who's famous for that?
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Bette
Midler's in it.
It's a very popular movie, but I'm not watching.
I've never.
I ain't watching.
And Honeymoon in Vegas.
In it.
No, Honeymoon in Vegas. Great Seinfeld episode though. Bette Midler was in it. Her and Kramer. But Honeymoon in Vegas, you get Kevin Costner and Kurt Russell both playing Elvis impersonators.
There you go. It's pretty impressive.
Not bad. But no, I take that back. That's not the movie I'm thinking about. This is the one she and what's Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is like
Nicolas Cage.
I think he's
Nicolas Cage.
Okay. He's like an Elvis freak or whatever in that movie. That's golly, what is the name of that one? That one was with
I'm
losing my mind.
You do this every time.
I know that
you've been doing this for years.
But you know what I'm talking about. There is a movie, Kurt Russell, not Jennifer Aniston, but she's from Birmingham.
Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox. She's in it. Something about Elvis, but I can't remember what it is. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. I'll try to collect myself and do better. More to come. One final segment right after this.
If you're tired of the same old, and you're hungry for something really good, then it's time to go to JR's Sports Bar and Grill. JR's has the best fingers and wings around, and their menu is loaded with appetizers, burgers, salads, and so much more. Follow JR's on their Facebook to keep up with their live music events and drink specials. And if after a long day you just want to stay in, remember JR's delivers. Call in your order at 256-329-2328. JR Sports Bar and Grill, 145 Alabama Street in Alexander City.
At Russell Medical, we're proud of our exceptional nurses, like Nurse Brandy Worthy. Brandy represents the selfless, compassionate clinical leader patients expect and coworkers admire. Brandy was recently honored with the Nightingale Award for Nursing Excellence for her high standards, sound judgment, and caring manner. Her passion for her profession inspires us all.
Being a nurse is not just what you do, it's who you are. I'm proud to be a part of the nursing team at Russell Medical. We are the link between all hospital services, providing you with exceptional, personalized care.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need. With top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill. And our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Main Street Family Urgent Care.
Main Street Family Care offers a wide array of services that allows them to treat many conditions, and they also offer primary care. In addition to these services, they also offer DOT physical exams, lab testing, sports physicals, and vaccines. They accept most major insurance plans, including Medicaid. Main Street Family Care opens 7 days a week.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. Heal better, feel better fast.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Welcome back, everyone. Woo! To the final segment of Sports Blitz Live on this Tuesday evening. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Yeah, woo. Boy, man.
I found your movie.
There's some bizarre things. 3,000 miles to Graceland. I knew
you were 2,999 miles away from knowing what the name of that movie was.
Man, the synapses aren't firing like they used to. But that's all right.
Can't blame it on the cold weather. It's not cold
No, it's
outside.
not. That's true. I need some.
You don't even know what the hell you need because you forgot. What we need to have happen is his show to get over, to get out. So
that's true.
I mean,
that would help.
Yep.
All right. Be sure to join me and JJ tomorrow. For the Auburn Blitz. I'll be here. I don't know. We'll see. It seems to be you never know who's going to show up on the Auburn Blitz.
That's right. We like to keep people guessing, kind of like us on movie titles.
This is true. Well, we're going to play some movie trivia. No,
Well, let's do it. No, let's not.
We'll
We don't
do
have
that
enough time
next
to do
week.
that.
I'm going to try to get a final score. 12-5, bottom of the eighth.
There you go.
Auburn up on South Alabama. I think they've got that one.
Is Alabama winning still?
Don't know. Don't know about an Alabama score. I try not to keep up with them as little as I can.
Right.
But if Luke will ever show up,
well,
he can hold up his end of the
maybe
bargain.
a better chance of a meteor coming out of the sky than him being back on air anytime soon. So
Auburn continuing spring practice, putting on pads. They're only again not going to be a traditional A-Day game this year. It'll be just a continuing more like a regular practice.
Right.
But there will be you can sign autographs like normal after it's over. And really, that's what it was all about.
That's what you and I did growing up.
I mean,
We'd go down there and I
could
didn't care
race
about the
Bo
dang,
Jackson.
Yeah, I didn't care about the dang game. You remember that?
I never went to an A-Day.
You never went to that A-Day game? I remember being there watching that race.
Really?
I watched it, in person. I mean, I was little, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
I watched it, and he gave him a 10 or 20-yard head start before even, before they started at, like, the 10-yard line. And he let them run for 10 yards. So, really, they were at the 20 full speed before, and he had his back against the goal post before he took off and ran. And by about the other 20, he just blew by everybody.
Oh, yeah.
He
was fast.
Yeah, I think he was pretty fast. Yeah, he's pretty quick guy. So.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You know, that to me, well, and I know we're biased because we're Auburn, but that will be one of the worst. That had to be one of the worst endings to a pro career. That guy had so much left in the tank, Andy, when he had that hip injury. And, you know, there was no telling what he was going to go on to do.
Yeah, and I guess that's true, but, you know, I didn't want it to end like Michael Jordan's did, where I actually watched him kind of, and he kept coming back, and you're like, just stop, man.
Yeah.
But for Bo to go out at his prime, it's just like one of those things where you go, it was tragic. I wish I could have seen what happened, but you know what? He's always going to be that guy. You know, he's always going to be that guy in his prime, and there's something to be said for that too. All right, we got to leave it with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. He is Brett Pritchard. I'm Andy Graham. So long for now. We'll talk.
Landowners, farmers, and landscapers, it's time to fall back this fall at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor on Highway 280 in Alex City. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor has the year's best terms on almost all our Mahindra tractors. Now, get up to 84 months of 0% financing on Mahindra 1600 to 4500 series tractors. And package up with all your implement needs. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor also has 0% financing or up to $1,000 rebates on most 24 Spartan zero-turn mowers. The rates can't fall anymore at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Ivy Creek Healthcare is excited to showcase their newest clinic, Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin, located conveniently near the main entrance to Stillwater's on Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin is an urgent care with walk-ins welcome. Whether you need lab work, x-rays, or immediate care, find comfort here at Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin. Ivy Creek, here when you need us most. 256-827-5379.
Wintertime in the South is mild compared to other parts of the country, but we still tend to be less active and spend more time indoors. Show your heart some love this winter by getting it checked out at the UAB Heart and Vascular Clinic at Russell Medical. I'm Dr. Kevin Sublett, and our entire clinic is dedicated to keeping your heart healthy. We're right here in your own community and backed by the knowledge and expertise of UAB Medicine. Make an appointment today by calling 256-234-2644 or visit uabmedicine.org/heartrussell.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
Landowners, farmers, and landscapers, it's time to fall back this fall at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor on Highway 280 in Alex City. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor has the year's best terms on almost all our Mahindra tractors. Now, get up to 84 months of 0% financing on Mahindra 1600 to 4500 series tractors. And package up with all your implement needs. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor also has 0% financing or up to $1,000 rebates on most 24 Spartan zero-turn mowers. The rates can't fall anymore at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor. Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision-making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.